Okay, everybody, this is the before. I finally put everything together. I had to fill this with yarn now. Took me enough time. That's why I don't like to buy things to put things together, because it takes me forever. Okay, talk to you later. Okay, it's Thursday. It's Trisha the Knitting Lady. I showed you the before last night. This is the after. And I have my binders full of patterns and books. I haven't put them all in there yet. But this is all the yarn. And people say to me, why don't you buy some more yarn, or there's yarn on sale? Obviously, I don't need any. So I'm still working on this. I got a few ideas. Okay. Okay, take 3. Oh, dear me. I must be tired. It's hot out there. I'm not dealing too well with the heat. What do? I move to Florida where it's hotter than anywhere. I went to a flea market this morning, but there wasn't much there. I wound up just buying tomatoes off the produce guy. So I was looking for a sewing table. I'm determined to get a sewing table. I have a fold-up table, but it's kind of klutzy. And I know what I want to do with the background here. So it's not finished. I have enough yarn though, don't I? I really don't need any. So let's get to trivia. I missed it yesterday. I hope everybody's winning on the fairies in July. I forgot who I entered with, so I've been watching everybody. Haven't won. I might not have entered those people, but I just figured I don't remember. I didn't enter that many, but you know, congratulations to the people that are semifinalists, and I hope you go all the way. So it's been interesting. So I missed yesterday, July 14th, and it was the anniversary of the storming of the Bastille in Paris, France. And also, it was the birthday of Jane Lynch. She was born in 1960. And former President Gerald Ford, who was born in 1913, died in 2006. And which Civil War general was associated? Nope. That's why I start to list it over again. I was asking this question wrong. I'm doing it again. Civil War General Abner Doubleday was associated with what sport? And that would be baseball. Doubleday was famous for firing the first shot in defense of Fort Sumter, the opening battle of the Civil War. So 14 years after his death, in 1907, he was declared the inventor of baseball. They said he invented it in the summer of 1839 at Cooperstown, New York. Now, this was later disproved, but they still put the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York. I had read somewhere they thought it might have been Hoboken, New Jersey. Possibly, because it's right across the river from Manhattan. I always liked Cooperstown, New York. In fact, at one point, I thought about moving up there. I always felt very peaceful in that area. Usually, I don't know if they've done in the last couple of years due to COVID, but around the World Series, they open up the museum and have you could watch the World Series game one night, and you pay a certain amount, and people come from all over the country They watch the ball game, and you get hot dogs, and, and other treats associated with a baseball game, and they give out prizes. I've been there twice. My brother went with me 1 year. Now, my brother can be very hard to deal with. He really is very argumentative. It's hard sometimes to travel with him. Well, he went up there and he was as peaceful as could be. I tell you, it's that whole atmosphere up there. It must be in the hills. It's so calming. So I used to go to Cooperstown almost every year to the Hall of Fame, plus I liked the area, and it wasn't that far from me. It was 4 hours from where I lived. I haven't been there since I moved from New York, but I always liked that area. Now, Hoboken, I used to work in Hoboken at the railroad terminal. That was my first job on the railroad. And believe it or not, it's very expensive to live in Hoboken now. When they filmed on the waterfront, the movie that starred Marlon Brando, he won the Oscar for that. People didn't want to live in Hoboken. It was considered, it's only a mile square, and it wasn't considered anything like, why would you go to Hoboken? Frank Sinatra came from Hoboken as well, but now it's very expensive to live there. I don't know, you still use the terminology yuppies, but the yuppies all moved in and the prices went sky high. But I used to work there. I always liked Hoboken. There's a lot of different restaurants there. In the Italian section, you can really get some good food. So that was July 14th. Now, today's the 15th. It's the birthday of Forrest Whitaker. He was born in 1961. Rembrandt was born in 1606 and died in 1669. Now, I was going to look into this, but I'll have to look into it a little later. Dueling with wax bullets was once an Olympic sport. I can't see how that could be a sport, but, well, maybe that's why it's not an Olympic sport anymore, but I don't see how it could be a sport at all. Maybe it's me. And we were talking about President Grant the other day. Then he smoked 20 cigars a day. Where's Grant's tomb? It's not in Washington, D.C. It's in Manhattan, New York City. Upper Manhattan. I've been there. It's a mausoleum. It was built in 1890 and dedicated on April 22nd, 1897, which was Grant's 75th birthday. Which U.S. president invented the swivel chair? And that would be Thomas Jefferson. In fact, he invented it in 1775 and sat in it while he was writing the Declaration of Independence. And what do Johnny Depp, Daniel Radcliffe, and P. Diddy have in common? They have an extreme fear of clowns. And they say that's one of the top 10 fears, is the fear of clowns. And Johnny Depp said it's because of the painted faces and fake smiles. To me, that makes no sense, him being an actor, and he's afraid of painted faces and fake smiles. Whatever. I know it's a real fear. My girlfriend's daughter has an extreme fear of clowns. I was going to dress up as a clown one year for their annual Halloween party, and she asked me not to. I understood. I forgot her daughter has such a fear, and her daughter was going to be at the party. So I dressed something else. Doesn't matter. I dressed, this is a funny story. When the millennium came around, 2000, everybody was scared of, things going wrong. But they used to have a thing they used to call first night, and you paid so much, and all over different cities they had different events going on. So I wasn't dating anybody. I knew I was going to be alone at New Year's Eve. So I volunteered to be part of first night. Now I dressed up as a clown. And I was traveling all over. I was in Rutherford, New Jersey. I was traveling all over, visiting different, places as the clown, And I remember walking into the high school auditorium where the Four Tops were performing. And I was up, I didn't walk anywhere near where they were performing. I was walking in the background. All of a sudden, one of the guys on stage saying, "Hey, we have a clown visiting us." I thought that was funny. But one guy gave me he was a talent agent. He gave me his card and he said, "Do you ever want to work as a clown?" I thought that was funny. But usually had the ball drop and they had a bomb scare. So here we are sitting in the mayor's office waiting, watching it on TV, and I'm sitting there in the mayor's office dressed as a clown. I'll never forget that New Year's Eve. And that was his last night as mayor because he had lost the re-election. I forget who came in after him. But Rutherford was only one town over from where I lived. So that was my big stint as a clown. I thought about volunteering again, but I never did it again. So that's about it. I hope everybody's having a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.